Is something too good to be true? Usually it is too good to be true. But there are some actual opportunities out there that can help you to transform your life. There are people out there who want to help others, total strangers, to get what they want. There's a famous quote from Zig Ziglar that I truly love and we'll talk about in this video. But first, let's discuss the difference between what's hype and what's the truth. Stay tuned. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the difference between hype and truth and how to determine which is which. And I think this is going to be a good video for you guys because for a lot of people that are new, this is something that I wish that I had known early on, because there's always a healthy degree of skepticism when someone is trying to get into making money online. And I think it's actually a good thing to have, because if you're not careful and you don't really know what it is that you're doing, is probably the most easiest thing in the world to get scammed out of some money if you just do whatever sounds good. And you'll find that everything sounds good. You'll find that just about every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there sounds like the savior to all your problems, when in fact a good chunk of them are just out for your money. I've seen a lot of videos where this may not be exactly relevant, but I've seen like catfishing videos where people, they show you how someone important to them got catfished. If you don't know what catfishing is, look it up. But not just that, there's a lot of scams out there, like actual for real scams, and they use the internet a lot. It's not difficult to get your phone number from a database, even if you don't consciously submit to like newsletters and stuff like that. That's not the only place people can get your phone number. You sign up for various types of contracts, likely with companies that you feel never should sell your information to third-party sources. But truth of the matter is, there's many occasions where if you sign up for a phone plan, or if you sign up to be on Facebook or other platforms, you have to sign an agreement called the Terms of Use. And how many of us actually read line for line what those terms are? Most of us, 99.999999991% of all people, don't read the Terms of Use because we just, first of all, it's too dang long. No one has that kind of time. Second of all, we kind of trust, Facebook and other platforms where we think that, we should be, our online interactions should be safe and secure. Now, I'm not pointing the blame at Facebook, so if this is, going to be on there, don't take this down. I'm not accusing them or anything like that. What I'm saying is that notable websites, notable places where, you figure that you're safe and it's trustworthy, you fill out these Terms of Use contracts and you don't really know what it is you're signing up for. So, but you do sign up for it. So, it doesn't always have to be where, I clicked a link that brought me to a random, suspect website. I mean, those happen too, but it doesn't always have to be that in order for your contact information to be taken without your consent or with your consent. It doesn't have to be just that. There's many places where your phone number, your contact information is on a database or several databases, and scammers know how to get it. Scammers know how to get that information and market to you. So, there are legitimate scammers out there, and, some of them will call you and say that you owe the IRS a certain amount of money, or someone is planning to sue you if you don't settle up this account. You never even heard of it, and you're freaking out thinking, what have I done in the past? Maybe I forgot something. And, I've been on YouTube watching how some of these things unfold, just to realize how many different ways there are to create a scam and how people will try to scam you. And I watch these so that I won't get scammed, because again, it's good to have a healthy dose of skepticism. You should be skeptic to a healthy degree. Now, if you are to the point where you don't trust anyone or anything, then you're closing yourself off from good opportunities, legitimate opportunities, rightful opportunities that can help transform your life into something great. And there are those out there. There really are. I wouldn't be where I was today if I had not let my guard down to realize that there are actual people that want to help me to obtain my dreams. I just had to ask for it. I just had to look for it. But there are people out there. I'm one of them. And there are several more out there. People who actually want to see you succeed. They may not really know you, but they've been blessed and they want to help you as well. So how do you determine the difference between, hype, something that's fake, something that's scammy, versus something that's real, something that's authentic, something that, can actually have the potential to helping you to establish a business and generate some income? Well, that's what we're talking about in today's video. So, first of all, you have to be aware of what the scams are. Usually, scams are in a very repetitious, cookie-cutter way. See, the thing about scammers is that they are among the laziest that you will ever find. They seriously harbor on the most basic, simple, obvious things that if you were just simply aware of it, you wouldn't fall for it for a country mile. Seriously. I'll give you an example. And in fact, here is how you can make sure that you won't get scammed. A good part of what I do is web design. I do affiliate marketing, I do, all different things. But I also, a good chunk of what I do is web design. And you wouldn't think that anyone would try to scam you out of, how's someone going to scam you in a web design type of thing, right? Well, this has happened to me a small handful of times, but it's happened more than once and more than twice. So I find it kind of amusing at this point. But on a few occasions, I have received a text message from someone, and the text message would read, "Hey, how's it going?" And I'm just calling from memory. I don't think I even have those text messages anymore because I delete them. But roughly, the text message would say something like, "Hey, Jason," so they call me by my name. Or hey sir, I think they call me by name, but it's either Jason or sir, one of the two, or maybe both. But they'll say, "Hey Jason, I have a website that I need made for my business. I have a budget of $8,000. Do you have time to work on this for me? I will send you an email if so." Now, the first time I got that text message, I'm thinking, whoa, that's pretty nice. It's a text message. I get scam emails all the time, but not scam text messages. That was new for me. So first time I got it, I was like, and this is recent. This is like probably a year ago. So I was like, okay, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, $8,000. All right, I could do that. Cool. So I said, I wrote back. I said, yeah, sure. Email me. And then the person texts me back a few minutes later, says, "Okay, great, thanks. Okay, I sent you the email." So I'm like, whoa, this sounds legitimate because it's a person that's actively talking to me via text, right? It wasn't like some kind of robotic thing. It sounded like the follow-up messages were tailored to the conversation. And I think we talked a little bit more on text message too. So it drew my drawbridges down. I was not apprehensive at all. I was like, oh, okay, that's sweet. So I went to check my email, and I got the email, and I read through it, and the email seemed pretty legit. I think what triggered me off was that this person sounded too eager to have me work on with them. And not that that hasn't happened before, but it was like normally when it comes to web design, normally the idea of price, like how much they're willing to spend on a web design, normally that goes through a negotiation process. Normally they want me to tell them what I want for a website. And if it's too high for them, they'll negotiate. And then we just, go back and forth for a little bit before we agree on something. That's normally how it works. I never just have someone say, hey, I want a website. Here's $8,000. Can you do it? Because usually they want to close a deal for less than a high amount like that. So that's why negotiation is, a big part of closing a website deal. Anyway, and usually I'm the one that presents the price, not them. So that was probably the only thing that tipped me off. Everything else seems like, okay, seems pretty straightforward. The work doesn't seem, that's the other thing. The work didn't seem like it was too much for me to do. But it seems like legit stuff. So I was like, okay, not too much work is involved. But it seems like they want a website. And they're willing to spend $8,000, which is a pretty good price for a company, a legitimate corporate website. So I'm like, okay. And I think I wrote back. Oh yeah, I did. I wrote back. I said, okay, that sounds good. Give me some additional details. And they wrote back and they sent me some more details. And we were pretty much getting ready to close. I was pretty much, I forget what they said, but something prompted me. And so what I did was I went to the first email that I received from them. I copied it, and then I went to Google and I pasted it and I did a search. And what I found was that there were several people who received an email almost verbatim to the one that I received. Now, is this always an indication that something is a scam? No. Because first of all, when you are trying to email a lot of people, you're not going to make them custom every single time. You're not. You're going to have a template. Okay, you're going to have a template. And you're going to trade out the name and any other information that's relevant to that person. And you're going to email it to them. So, like for instance, my email list of over 3,000 people, I'm not going to email 3,000 people individually. That is bananas. I'm going to have a template and use my autoresponder and send it out that way. So having an email that several people have received verbatim is not the indicator that makes it a spam. What made it a spam was what happened after. So what I did, like I said, I copied it, the first email they sent me, I pasted it into Google, and then I saw that several people got the same email almost verbatim, except for the name and a couple of details. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And I dove in deeper and I read what the progression was like. And turns out that, some people reported, okay, what happens next is they send you, I could be wrong exactly on the details because it's been a while, but they send you gift cards or something, or they send you the money on PayPal. Yeah, they send you the money on PayPal, and it's a PayPal scam. And then they have you work for like a week or something, and then they request something, and they want you to send them. They want you to process. They want you to do the work of their HR company, for whatever reason, and they want you to process some payroll bills through your accounts. And then as they do so, they close something out, and essentially what you're doing is you're converting money over for them and you're giving them money. And then at some point they become completely unresponsive, and you thought you had a website gig, but it turned out you were just scammed out of some money through PayPal. They may be using some other things now, but it was definitely PayPal when I first read it and when they reached out to me. So Yeah, this happened a few times. Other times, other type of scams include that they want to send you some Amazon gift cards and they want you to cash them and all sorts of weird things. They get creative, but I say that they're lazy because it's always the same thing. They're giving one creative substance and then they just keep doing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over until they get several people falling for it. When all it would take is for you to copy that first correspondence and look it up on Google and then see for yourself what the progression is like to determine, okay, yeah, this for sure is a scam. When they ask for certain things, when they do certain things, it's definitely a scam. So that's one way to determine a scam. But, I want to go back to my original point that, just because you see an email from someone that other people have received, that in itself doesn't make it a scam. You get the greatest entrepreneurs in the world sending out pre-written templates, and their offers, their courses, their books, all of those things are completely legitimate. So don't let that be the thing that tips you off. Let it be the thing that makes you skeptical to a healthy degree. Let it make you skeptical. And the truth stands for itself. So if you see something, you're like, wow, okay, I don't know if this is legit or not. Well, see it through. The legitimate stuff will hold up. The illegitimate stuff will fall apart, and you'll know. They will say, oh, don't do this. This is what happens. And you'll be like, oh, snap. Okay, wow. Good thing I didn't fall for that. So requires a little due diligence, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of insight as to what kind of goes on to where you can protect yourself from an obvious scam. Now, this is kind of deviated away from the original point, which is how can you tell hype from truth? And the whole thing I just mentioned just now, like I said, these people, they're incredibly lazy. They'll replicate the same thing over and over. But they will make it so easy. They will make it sound so easy. They, like in the case of the web design, they told me what they wanted to pay, and they knew it was a pretty good price for a website. So they told me what they wanted to pay, even though normally the money, the price pitch comes from myself. They made sure that there was really no way that I can say no, that I wanted the money. So I would say, yes, come on, give me some info. I run a web design biz. Let me have it, so they made it so eager to want to work with me. They created that hype, like, wow, you work with us, you're going to get paid. You know what I'm saying? So to determine the difference between hype and truth, you have to realize that fundamentally there is no such thing as, easy money. There is no such thing as easy money. If you're looking for, if you're going through YouTube and if you're going through Google and you're looking for ways to make money online, if you're looking at programs, at opportunities, MLMs, affiliate marketing, online this, online that, if you're looking for ways to make money online, don't let hype be the thing that influences you, because hype is usually pretty empty. It's usually pretty barren. Now, do people use hype even for legitimate stuff? Sure. But you cannot let that be the driving factor for your decision making. There's a difference between hype and truth, and the difference is that one has substance, the other doesn't. And if you focus on what sounds good, on what sounds pleasing, on what tickles your ears, then you leave yourself open for falling for a trap. Healthy skepticism allows you to take something that may be presented as hype and then analyze it. You dissect it, you get into it, you get deeper into it, you figure it out for yourself. Everything that I'm telling you, you are more than welcome to test what I am saying. I don't want you to take it as the Bible truth or the gospel truth without you doing your own due diligence. By all means, look up everything that I'm saying. You'll find that, what I'm saying is true, and you either like what I'm saying or you don't. That's up to you. But hype is something that is, when it comes from dishonest people, they will hype the crap out of what they're saying. Now, you can tell that there's also levels of hype. There's got to be hype in everything. Otherwise, people won't be able to sell you on anything. You can't be a good salesman without at least a little bit of hype. However, there's different degrees of hype. And in my opinion, in my personal experience, in my personal opinion, the more hype something has, the more illegitimate it is. Because you have to make up for the fact that what you're promoting is crap by hyping the mess out of it. And these are things when, if you look at them on the front end, it sounds like the answer to your prayers. It sounds like if you were to buy this, then your life will be transformed. You will live on the beaches of the world, and you will, shower in liquid gold and have Bengal tigers as your pets, and date supermodels one day out of every day of the year, and drive the most flashiest cars, and they'll take down all of the possible arguments that you could put up. Like, they'll make it very easy for you to want to say yes, just like the scammers that I've mentioned earlier. They'll say, you can start today and right away start making tens of thousands of dollars and this and that and that and the third, and they'll give you, they will pretty it like it's, King Tut's golden undies. I don't know where I've heard that, but they'll make it sound so dang wonderful that on the surface you'd have to be a moron to say no, right? But once you get into them, you realize that, hey, okay, I spent quite a bit of money to get this far into it, and I'm just now realizing this is not what I thought it'd be. In fact, I'm surprised this is it. This is all we get. From what I was being pitched to, I expected a lot more. And then furthermore, I've been doing this for a while and I'm not really seeing anything. So, yeah, you got to be careful, because some of those things, they will hype the mess out of it. And in my experience, the more hype something has, the more illegitimate it is. One thing that I appreciate from what I'm doing to make money online with affiliate marketing is there's this program called the 30-minute workday. And what I love about the 30-minute workday is that there's really no hype whatsoever. It's very basic, very straightforward. It tells you what it is, and it gives you the option to take the skeleton, take the foundation of it, and take it away, duplicate it on your own using whatever niche you want to get into. So it's really like, hey, you're taking advantage of us in a sense. It's like, take it, run with it, be successful. So there's really no hype to that. And there's several programs like that. So, you find one that you love, that is going to be phenomenal for you. And that's when you could tell that something's legitimate versus something that's like, really working it up there. But you should always have, like I said, you should always have that healthy bit of skepticism. Don't be closed-minded. There's always two extremes. You could be too loose on it and believe everything someone tells you. You could be to the point where, people can sell you whatever and you're just too dang gullible. And then there's another side of the fence where it's like the other extreme, where you're like, someone could be giving you an opportunity to transform your life for the better. Absolutely, positively, 100% verified. Someone could be giving you a scratch-off ticket, and that scratch-off ticket could be the one that's going to win the lotto for $100 billion. And you're looking at that scratch-off ticket, and you're like, well, I hear that, the lotto's a scam, so I ain't going to do it. And then you tear up that lotto ticket, and it turns out that was going to be the winning one. So, again, don't be on the other side of the fence either. Be right there in the middle. Be cautious so that you don't fall for literally everything, but be optimistic to know that opportunities do exist and that you can benefit and transform your life for the better if you just kept your mind a little open, understanding, and analytical. That's essentially how you make it work. So, steer clear from things that seem too good to be true, because there's not one thing in this world that is too good to be true, because they're usually not. All right? The only thing that's too good to be true, and it is true, is salvation. Hello, I'm a Christian. That's right. I'm proud of it. So, sorry for all you non-Christians out there. I just had to take that moment there. But, otherwise, there is not one thing that's too good to be true. They usually are too good to be true. So be skeptical, but in a healthy way. Don't be too loose to fall for everything, but be optimistic so that you can analyze and make your decision. Be right there in the middle. Something that's too hyped up, they're compensating for something. So think about that. But otherwise, be open to some amazing opportunities out there that can help you and benefit you, because truth of the matter is, no matter what people may tell you, there really are people out there who want to help others, who benefit. They benefit from helping other people. Zig Ziglar said, and this is a famous quote of his that I love to quote, is that you can have everything that you want, everything in the world that you want, by helping enough people get what they want. And that's why you see these entrepreneurs wanting to help other people. So, no need to get too skeptical. There are people out there that want to help. So, try to find them. All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, give my YouTube channel, give this video a thumbs up to tell the YouTube algorithm that you love the content on this channel and that you want to see more of it. And if you do want to see more of it, please click the subscribe button and don't forget the bell notification so you can be notified of future videos. And last but not least, if you'd like to know how I am earning an income using affiliate marketing with already made business in a box type platform, all you gotta do is configure it and you're done. Click that link in the description box below and I'll be happy to help you to set it up and be successful and find what you truly love to do, because if you truly love to do something, you'll never work a day in your life. All right, so that's all I got for you. I'll see y'all next time. It's your boy Jason. Much love, God bless, and as always, you know how it is. Peace.
I should make money for free. Yeah, that's how money works. Money for free. If I ain't got a boss, then it's not a legal way to make money. You gotta know that's true, right? You gotta have a boss for you. Okay. The only way to make money is by spending a crazy amount of time. If I'm not like slave or nothing like that, okay. But okay, here we go. Nobody makes money from home. This COVID thing is just a fluke. We're gonna be in office again, and if you seriously want to help me, you should just give me money. That's how you can show me